Males of Reddit, when you're done pleasuring yourself, how do you clean up your load? Just shoot it out the window, then wildlife can benefit from the protein. I don't know about wildlife, more like an extra condiment on someone's hot dog. This brought back memories of when I was in prison. I was arrested on drug charges for cocaine possession and dealing cocaine. I ended up getting sentenced to 5 years. I wasn't fazed because I've been through a hell of a lot worse and I had nothing to lose. Keep in mind that I was a 100-pound 5 feet 4 inches white twink. So on the first day of my sentence when I entered the prison courtyard, all of the big jacked up convicts all stared at me and smiled and catcalled. On several occasions, I'd be alone when suddenly I would get jumped by a group of convicts. They would attempt to gang rape me and try to all sword fight inside of my asshole at once. But in my defense I would loudly shit myself, causing them all to flee in disgust each time. I was sick of them doing it and I wanted payback when I got the most amazing idea. They knew I was thrown in prison for dealing drugs, so I used that to my advantage. Each day for the next few years, I would proceed to edge myself from the second I woke up until I went to bed, to the point where I could not handle the pleasure. Right before going to bed, I would proceed to masturbate to completion, shooting ropes of ejaculate that could flood the earth and destroy those arc all over my stomach. In the morning time I would scrape my dried semen off into plastic bags, crushing it all up into a powdered substance which I secretly named cocaine. I started giving out these bags of my cocaine to the convicts who tried to gang rape me. I watched in satisfaction as they all eagerly took the bags and dumped them out on the table when nobody was looking, and proceed to cut lines and snort my specially made drug. Each day, I continued to do this, raising my popularity among the inmates with my lovely cocaine. Some of them claimed it actually gave them an insane high, while others said they didn't feel anything but they wanted some anyways because snorting it felt like the hard shit. On my last day, however, everything changed. Before I left, I made everyone watch as I proceeded to lift my shirt to display my glazed stomach, scraping off the jizz flakes into a plastic bag and crushing it up. I watched in extreme pleasure and satisfaction as all of the prisoners that bought my cocaine vomited profusely, stinking up the room of pure stomach bile. In the end I ended up getting butt plowed by all the inmates anyways, even after loudly shitting myself in my defense. WTF did I just read? Poetry? Amazing fiction. Just remember, it's better to cum in the sink than sink in the comb. I really can't tell whether these answers are fake or real, but you can't deny at least one of these fucked up answers are real. Just pop it in the oven and turn on the self-cleaning function. Problem solved. And Jesus can't even fathom what's happened. Rub it on myself like moisturizer. Okay, I tried this once out of desperation and it actually kinda worked. I hated myself for it so much though, because you're literally rubbing the shame in. Shame is just a social construct, man. I always nut on my shorts and awkwardly waddle away. Dude, whoever does your laundry totally knows. God, I feel sorry for my mom when I was a teenager. For just a rare normal comment, I use a moist cloth one for wiping off makeup. Carrot, this guy gives facials. Okay, I'll give a real solution. I will grab either 2 paper towels or 2 wads of toilet tissue before I lay down to begin. One for catching and one for wiping. I leave them to my left. I'm a right-handed batter. Once I'm about to finish, I grab one with my left hand and cover the head as my right hand continues stroking it in an upward direction, as if trying to cum on my own face, but blocked by the tissue. That catches the bulk of the goo. And then some more wiping is done with the second. Wad them both up, take to the trash toilet and then wash my hands and cock and balls with hot water in the sink. If I'm low on paper supplies, I'll just lay a towel across my belly and hope I don't shoot an eye out. I usually just eat it. Waste not, want not. Waste nut, want nut. Damn, I was tired and missed the opportunity. Lol. Around 5 to 6 pieces of toilet paper does the job, and I can make the excuse I did a number 2. Only 5 or 6. Shit. Either I need to jack off more or use toilet paper more efficiently. Next you'll say some outrageous shit like how you can clean your butt in 2 swipes after taking a shit. I blast into my ass and let it digest. WTFLMAO. Foreskin guy here. I make a cup with my right hand and let it flow into it. If it overflows, I place my left hand to catch the overflow. Fast and resourceful. Greater than foreskin guy here. TMI story that I decided to share because someone mentioned foreskin incoming. I was once having unprotected sex with my ex in her parents' house and someone rang the doorbell. Just as I was about to come here, I usually came on her belly or back. But I realized that was a no-go here. So I instinctively pulled out and pinched the end my foreskin, and the entire load shot itself inside that little skin pouch. There was minimum spillage. We were both very impressed by my quick thinking and the effectiveness of this method. Great way to come stealthily and to avoid making a mess. Ya ever pull the foreskin over the head and piss in it so it gets a big ol' fat head on it? It's like a piss balloon from dick's skin. 8:28 a.m. here and I'm already done with the internet. Ha ha ha, I used to as a kid. That doesn't work anymore for me. I want to understand this. I am a girl. Why did the sperm cross the road? I put on the wrong sock this morning. I use it to make a homunculus. Just shoot it into my wife's conditioner bottle. And smile the next time she's yelling at me. So many silly comments. Especially sock ones. Just use a tissue and nut on it and throw it away. How can this be so hard? I do this. Except I nut on my belly, then wipe it up. Let it crust, then scrape OT off. Your use of the word scrape makes it worse, lol. I smear it under my nose to make cum mustache so I can smell it all day. JKLMAO. Unless? Thank God. I was beginning to believe that I was the only person who did this. Bib it up? Use a dirty t-shirt as a bib. This became an inside joke with my friends and we'd say bib it up all the time. But we'd carefully enunciate each word. Bib it up. That's fucking hilarious, honestly. Bib it up. I slurp it all up with a straw. Dude, WTF is wrong with you? Using straws? No one thinks about the turtles. It's a metal straw. Rub the cum off of my penis with sandpaper. I just stuff it back in. Shoebox. I was waiting for this. I'm surprised more haven't mentioned that particular Reddit legend. I used to just pull my foreskin up, then waddle to the bathroom and wash my dick in the sink. But then I started living with other people, so waddling around with a dick in my hand wasn't ideal. So I switched to just finishing into the toilet. You can really go to town this way too. Spread your legs, push your dick down, pull back the foreskin, etc. Take out the foreskin, and this is my go-to. I'll even start in the living room and then midway go to the toilet to finish. Easy peasy. I tell my mom I spilled my milk and broke your arms? Does that post still exist? Why hasn't IBODY mentioned the coconut or the squid? Straight up the nose. Easy. Have a wank on the toilet. When I feel I am on the verge, stand up, walk backwards and straddle the toilet while bending over so I shoot into the bowl. No mess, no fuss. As someone who grew up with 4 other brothers, can confirm I wanked on the toilet a lot. Private room and easy cleanup. I do it into a tissue and then flush the tissue. I cum in my hand and drink, eat it. I chow down, baby. That sweet semen shake really hits the spot. I figured out to cum into a tissue when I was 12. Been doing it ever since. No cleanup needed. Free drink. Nothing wrong with putting it back into the tank. With a single flush. Grab a nearby library book and rip out one of the pages. More like grab a nearby library book. Rapidly flip through it, and see how many different pages you can hit. Then slam it shut and return. My record is 17 so far. I just bust into my great-grand's urn. Quick and simple. Plus no one guesses where the smell comes from. This might be how genies are made. Talk about a deadbeat. Yo, isn't that what the family dog is for? He's busy tossing your salad, bruh. Old boxer shorts too ragged to be worn anymore. The cotton absorbs all of it. Wash it like any other laundry. I feel for dude without foreskin. Needing lube and tissues and stuff. Sounds like hassle. Pinch the foreskin and comb inside it. I watch it inflate, then watch it ooze out into a tissue. Easy cleaning. I nut in the second drawer of my shared computer desk. It's been about a year now. Any mold or shrooms yet? Yes. I create a portal on the floor and another on the ceiling directly above the first. I drop my load in the floor portal. It builds up such momentum that it will burn in the atmosphere. Your mom takes care of it. Clean up, not just call the dog. If you do shoot in the toilet, there's nothing to clean up. However, in order to not leaking in your underwear, place some toilet paper covering your dong. What cleanup? Shoot it out of a window. Some lucky passerby might get blessed by a silver rain. Dirty laundry. Gonna wash it anyway. Rub it on the cat. How else are you supposed to do it? When I discovered masturbation, I couldn't quite get over I could have this much fun and it was free. I'd spend weekends alone and my mom started to notice. She sat me down and explained, your bed is for fucking and sleeping, respect your bed. At the time I was an unruly teen and my room was a dive with all the added teenage smells. She explained, do it in the shower, and so I did. By doing this my bed wasn't crusty and sweaty gross. Instead it was clean and fresh. I was showering a lot more, 3 times a day, so obviously I smelled great, and well, that was my teenage years till I began working, where I cut it down to 2 showers a day. Shoot it into the ceiling fan and watch as it goes everywhere. Let it dry in my crusted underwear, lick it off my hand or throw the tissue away. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.